Hello, and welcome back to John Silva Photography. I am John Silva, and I've been photographing for over 50 years, which is quite sobering. And some of you who might be younger would be thinking, what does this old guy know? Well, I went to the Southeast Center for Photographic Studies and Crealde School of Art here in Orlando. So with that and the years of experience that I've had, I've got some tricks, some tips, and some shortcuts that will help you make better photographs and do it easier. Now, wildlife and travel photography is my thing. It's my gig. It's what I love to do. You should find what you love to do, what you love to photograph, and it'll make your photographs that much better. Now, I just went to my seventh continent, my final continent, Antarctica, this year, and that was very fulfilling. And I've photographed. So you need to find what you're passionate about, and you will do the same. Now, since the pandemic, I've had to change up a little bit in my photography business, and you got to go with the flow. And if you do the same, you always have to stay flexible. You'll be successful. Now, today's video does not center around equipment or photography processes as much as it does preparation for your travel, because this is a travel photography centered channel. Now, one of the important factors of getting great photography is knowing your destination, knowing the details of your destination, wherever it is you're deciding to travel. And of course, today we've got multiple sources to find out information about your destination that you couldn't have access to 20 years ago. You've got websites like TripAdvisor and Viator. You've got YouTube with videos made by many people who travel, myself included, that gives you details, insights, secrets about so many destinations. We use these things. I use these tools to really hammer out where we're going to go. And a little secret that I'll give you right now is I look at tours that are offered in the destinations that I am going to see. And sometimes I just duplicate what the tour is doing, unless, of course, there's a lot of things on it that I'm not interested. But most of the times, a lot of the times, I can use that as a template to structure my travels. So then I look for other sites that are more local, with local secrets, places where people don't go. So that's what is probably in the top three things before you even get to a place, is knowing your destination and knowing as much as you can, all the details about it as you can. Now, also kind of folded into that is knowing your subject the best you can. Well, let's say you're going to a place and you know there's gorgeous mountain ranges, and if you get there at sunrise or sunset, that's when you get, of course, your best photography. However, you got to know your timings, phases, things like that. You have to know the weather. So you look ahead, you look at the period of time that you're going to be there, and if it calls for overcast or if it's a monsoon type of situation, then you're going to have to rethink your decision or decide to take your chances. If you're doing night photography, phases of the moon is very important, so along with weather. But phases of the moon, full moons, have kind of thwarted me on one or two trips that I've made. Also, sometimes things can be iffy. I went to Arizona several years ago and was going to do some night photography and go to an observatory, and we had a government shutdown that scrubbed everything. Well, even some archaeological tours we were going to go on, and I wanted to make some photographs, that was shut down also because it was government related. So knowing your subjects the best you can, knowing all the details, why you're going there. You're going to Africa to photograph lions. Well, sometimes animals are hit and miss. Going to India, we went, I remember going to Ranthambore, which is famous for Bengal tigers. Many times people have told stories, they've gone there, have never seen a tiger, never seen a tiger. First time I went there, saw tigers, everybody that I spoke with was jealous. It's sometimes things like that happen. It's hit or miss. Sometimes you're golden and sometimes you're disappointed. So knowing your subjects at your destination and knowing your destination. So those are like a 1-2 thing. It's always important to know those two things to better give you a chance to come back with some great photography. So like, subscribe, come back for more videos. I'll see you on the next one.